Hello everyone, I am Muhammad Fahrizal Gunawan from the Department of Islamic Religious Education, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher Training, UIN Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. Here, I will explain about a journal entitled An Implementation of Islamic Law in Indonesia. The author are Kasman Bakri and Edi Gunawan. The dimension ilahiyah and insaniah of Islamic law are inseparable from the history of Islam in Indonesian legal legislation. As a law derived from revelation, Islamic law has been practiced by Muslims in Indonesia since centuries. Muslims have a duty to do Sharia as a form of faith and devotion to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. However, as a formal law, Islamic law cannot be separated from the development as a result of social and political change occurred in Indonesia. The fact describe that the legislation of a legal norm in a country will be affected by the impact of the various interests from many parties and social cultural issues. Thus, the Islamic law legislation becomes the interesting and complex discussion. The urgency of legislation Islamic law in Indonesia can be reinforced by three considerations. First, Muslims in Indonesia are not only as the majority population in Indonesia but also in the world. Therefore, the application of Islamic law in Indonesia is not only reward this majority population but can be a barometer for the enforcement of Islamic law in other Muslim countries as well. Second, the five principles as the principal state of Indonesia provide us an open space toward the implementation of Islamic law to its adherents. Third, one of the national development program is directed to the development against of national law. The agenda has a great opportunity for the absorption of the Islamic law norms, including the attempts to transfer the norms of Islamic law into the product of state legislation because the national legal legislation is derived from Western legal norms, customary law, and Islamic law. The dimension of divinity, ilahiyah, and the human dimension, insania, of Islamic law is appropriate to development agenda of national law. The complexity of the implementation of Islamic law in Indonesia is caused by several factors. First, the imposition of Islamic law legally formal, such as legislation cannot be separated from the state authority. The Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia firmly states that Indonesia is not an Islamic state but still gives to right Muslims to practice their faith. Thus, the application of Islamic law legally formal in Indonesia requires not only legal awareness among the Muslim but also requires of a foundation and legally formal argument in the modern state. Second, Islamic law has been implemented by Muslims since centuries but has not reached the level of a comprehensive from according to the Quran and Hadith. This indicates the, that the process of implementation, Islamization has not been completely done and still not a lot of improvement. Third, the flexibility of Islamic law make it able to adapt to the times. However, The Islamic law code has not been developed optimally by Muslims in Indonesia. Graduality principle tadarruj of Islamic law in the context of Islamic law legislation in Indonesia. The studies of the graduality principle tadarruj of Islamic law in the context of Islamic law legislation in Indonesia has broad issues. It can be described into some discussion below. First, graduality is closely related to the history of the descent of Al-Quran and Hadith, Nuzul Al-Quran, Wurud Al-Hadith, and the establishment of Sharia, Tahrih al-Tashri. The graduality in the descent process of Al-Quran is evidenced by the predecession of the descent of Al-Quran, the period of Mecca and Medina, in approximately 2000 years. It is also associated with the presence of Asbab al-Nuzulan, Asbab al-Wurud. Second, graduality in the development process by the religious leader of Islamic law after the expiration of prophethood, which formulates of Islamic jurisprudence until the invention of the Madhab school of Fiqh. The process occurred since the 2nd century until the 4th century. The latest development of Islamic law is a legislative process of Islamic law into the legislative system of the modern state, which was from the 19th century until this 21st century. Third, in the context of modern country like Indonesia, graduality, establishment, and implementation of Islamic law cannot be separated from the process of the establishment of the Republic of Indonesia and the basic formulation of the constitution of the country, the five principles. The willingness of the leader of Muslim to accept the 109 45 constitution and the five principles as the state constitution is closely associated with the philosophical and sociological consideration, which are part of the graduality principle tadarruj in the application of Islamic law. Fourth, Islamic law graduality has the facet of interest in the national legal system. The role and position of graduality principle of Islamic law in the context of the structure, culture, and national legal substance implicated in obscurity position of Islamic law. On the other hand, Islamic law is an independent legal system that has principle, structure, and substance that are different from other legal systems. The history of Islamic law in Indonesia. The Kingdom of Islam, the process of Islamization in Indonesia archipelago has been going on gradual. Islam came since the 7th century, and or the first century the image of Islam in Arab. Nevertheless, the process of Islamization massively when the growth of Islamic kingdom in Sumatra Island since the 13th century up to 17th century. Islam has spread from Sumatra to almost all parts of the archipelago, such as Java, Sulawesi, Maluku, Kalimantan, and others. The highlight of the development of Islam is marked by the establishment of Islamic kingdom in the regions. Kingdom of Aceh Darussalam and Sumatra Pasai in Sumatra, the Kingdom of Demak, Mataram Kingdom, the Kingdom of Banten, and the Sultanate of Cirebon of Java Island, Sultanate of Makassar in Sulawesi, which was a combination of the Sultanate of Goa and Tolo, Banjar Kingdom in Borneo, Sultanate of Ternate and Tidore in the Maluku Islands. The existence of Islamic political intention has become a strong indication that Islamic law had been implemented in that period. Ibn Khaldun stated that people will follow their religions is and custom of the kings. Referring to statement of Ibn Khaldun, the establishment of Islamic political institution by the king and the legislator will encourage people to follow the rules and conditions set out in the scope of the political institution. It is the Islamic kingdom, thus the existence of the Islamic kingdom enacted the Islamic law as positive law in the kingdom. Colonial period. The existence of Islamic law and judicial institutions started to fade from the Muslim community when the Dutch through Verenigd Ontiteerd Compagnie or VOC or the Dutch East India Company began to control and to monopolize trade. VOC arrived on the island of Java and conquered Jayakarta from the Islamic Kingdom of Banten. Jayakarta was become the city of defense and the center of VOC activities by substituting its name to Batavia in 106-19. A years later, the VOC issued regulations regarding to geographical boundaries of its control area and formed the judicial institution called Van Subpoeningen. The law case, including criminal civil society in the territory of Batavia, was tried in a judicial institution for the soldiers and employees of the Dutch nation. The curtain judiciary was formed, named Ordinaries Leiden van den Gerechten in Het Castle. The judiciary in 106-26 was renamed the Ordinary Raad van Justitie binnen het Kasteel Batavia. Second, socio-historical basis. The history of Muslims in Indonesia proves that the ideals of law and legal awareness based on the teaching of Islam have a sustainable level of actuality. Third, the legal basis. Article 25, 24, and 29, 109, 45 provide open space for the implementation of Islamic law legally formal. Conclusion. The graduality principle Tadarruj has been applied in the legislative process of Islamic law in Indonesia. However, the principle is not based on juridical formal in the form of law supranational law formation, although it has been implemented in the legislation process of Islamic law. The history of Islamic law in Indonesia can be described as in three predecessors, such as Islamic Kingdom period, the Dutch colonial period, and period of independence. As an authoritative source, Islamic law becomes subnational legal system without requiring the absence of customary law. As a subnational legal system, all components and systems in Islamic law are transformed into the national legal system. As a consequence of the subnational legal system, construction and development of Islamic law will affect and be affected by the construction and development of national law. As an authoritative source, Islamic law itself is subnational legal system without recurring the absence of customary law. As a subnational legal system, all component and system is in Islamic law are transformed into the national legal system as a consequence of the subnational legal system. Construction and development of Islamic law will affect and be affected by the construction and development of national law. That's all I can say. Thank you for your attention.